Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our Microsoft Teams meeting education day for state and local government accounts. We are so happy that you joined us, and we really hope that you can get a lot out of the sessions today. I wanted to start off by introducing our amazing team of customer success managers, or as we like to call ourselves, Teams Whisperers. So as you can see here, we have several amazing customer success managers that cover key state and local accounts across the United States. The goal for today is really to provide you with what I'm calling an appetizer session on all of these great topics around Teams meetings. So I will go through these agenda items. And the idea, again, is if you're not able to attend all of the sessions, to kind of pick and choose the sessions you would like to attend. This is a live event, and we'll kind of go through the housekeeping items for the live event. But the link that you also use to join the session today will allow you to come back and review the recording for this session. So again, we hope that you can stay with us for all of the sessions. If not, please feel free to join the sessions that are more relevant to you. So my name is Asaita Siyum, as a way of introduction, and I'm the Customer Success Manager covering the DC, Virginia, Maryland area, as well as the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And we are going to kick off things today with my amazing coworker, CSM Nash. He's going to actually start looking at, when you think about a Teams meeting life cycle, the first part of it, which is preparing to deliver a successful meeting. So he's going to kind of reiterate the point that a meeting is just not the middle part where you just meet with the people that you are, with the participants that you're meeting with, but how you can use the Microsoft Teams tool to prepare leading up to the event. Then we're going to hand it off to Darby, who is actually going to cover the features that are available in our Teams meeting platform today. So those are all the great things that you could take advantage of while you are delivering your meeting. Then Jeff is going to take over and talk about channel meetings. So one of the big differentiators for Microsoft Teams meetings is the ability to advantage the team and channel you already have in place. So Jeff will take you through why you'd want to have a channel meeting, how you can have it, and then what are the common use cases for channel meetings. From there, Glenn will take over and talk about one of the most favorite features, looks like in Teams meeting, which we recently were able to get in the government community cloud, and that is the breakout room. So he'll walk you through the breakout concept, and then I'll follow up with the Teams meeting on the go, right? Teams mobile application. It allows us to take everything that we have pretty much in our Teams container and be able to utilize the features either from our mobile phone or tablet. So that is really relevant right now where most of us are working remotely. So I will go over the features that are available on the Teams mobile application that will enable you to have a successful meeting as well. From there, for day one, Ambrosia and Bobby are going to close out by sharing with you some best practices around sharing documents, how to do polling and survey in meetings, as well as talk about the meeting chats. So that's going to conclude our day one session. We should wrap up around 3:30. So each one of these are going to be 30-minute sessions. And again, if you did miss a session, you could always go back and be able to see the recording of the live event. Tomorrow, which is going to be our day two, we're going to kick off with Matt from our New Jersey team, and Matt, and I think he has a couple of other guest speakers as well. They're going to talk about accessibility. Accessibility is a very important topic, and we want to show you how you can advantage not only Teams but Office 365 as a platform to meet some accessibility needs. And then Lane and Ryan are going to take over and talk about, why Teams meeting, right? What is the advantage in using Teams meeting? If you have other meeting tools and you also have Teams meetings, why would you not choose Teams meeting because it provides you the kind of the platform advantage. So they will review some of those with you tomorrow. And then Alan, who's actually part of our Microsoft family, but not our team, he is what we call a Teams technical specialist. He's going to talk about the Teams Rooms and Teams Voice capabilities, because especially now that a lot of organizations are coming back to work in kind of a hybrid mode. You know, how do you have a meeting with half of the attendees in a room and then half remotely? Also, he'll mention some of the voice capabilities. From there, Ricardo will take over and show, show the audience how you can advantage the Office 365 suite of tools to have a successful meeting. So he's going to talk about tabs, files, PowerPoint, as well as OneNote. From there, John from our New England area is going to take over and talk about different meeting scenarios and best practices. And then Bridget is going to close us out with the last part of the meeting lifecycle, which is what happens after the meeting is over. You know, how can you continue the collaboration with your participants and so on. So that is what Bridget is going to close us out with. So hopefully this gives you kind of an idea of what our 2-day event looks like. Tomorrow we'll start in the afternoon, and all of these times are Eastern Standard Times, and each session again will be 30 minutes each. So from here, I just want to cover a couple of housekeeping items because this is a live event. And if there's anyone on this call that has not been on a live event before, a live event is a little bit different than a Teams meeting in that your interaction with us is going to be through the Q&A portal, which I'm going to show you in a minute. But also from the audience view, you do have a little gear at the bottom right corner of your screen. And if you click on that, you can actually be able to see a couple of options to play back, to turn captions off and on. So those are the two things I wanted to highlight here. Also, I mentioned the Q&A. So the Q&A icon looks like this, if you can follow my hot pink mouse here. So it is the conversation bubble with the question mark. If you click on there, you have an ability to interact with us through chat. If you do have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask it there. I have enlisted help of our amazing team to try to moderate these questions and answer it for you. If by any chance we don't get to your question, we actually do have the ability to pull what we call a Q&A report. So we will be able to review it after, after the event and, make sure that we get back to you. So if you have any questions, feedback, please feel free to go ahead and post it there in the Q&A session, in the Q&A setting. Also, because this is a live event, you do have an option to pause it, continue to play the session and so on. So it gives you a little bit more flexibility. All right, so I'm actually going to pause there and let's see, Nash, are you ready to go? It took way shorter than what I expected to go through this.
Yeah, sure. I can talk while I'm spinning a couple of things up here.
No problem. I can
stop that.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and hand it off to Nash to start us off with the first part of the meeting life cycle, and I will go ahead and stop sharing.
Sate, what time would you like me to stop?
11:30 to 12. So you can go until you finish because we do have a short break. Just so everyone knows, we do have a short break after Nash is done with his presentation, and then we're going to come back at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Nash, you can go as long as you want, and then we'll just pause until 1 p.m.